Once upon a time, in the vast Maurya Empire, ruled a young, gallant, and sharp grandson of the great Chandragupta Maurya, Ashoka. Known for his fierce ambitions and uncanny war tactics, Ashoka was to be the beacon of power that the dynasty needed. But little did he know, his destiny was to write a different story. Ashoka's rise to the throne involved pushing aside a few scheming brothers, a bit of royal juggling, and a rather theatrical display of sword mastery. One could say he approached his rule like a cat with a laser pointer, determined, focused, and slightly smug. At the helm of this mighty empire, Ashoka had but one pesky thorn in his regal side, the independent state of Kalinga. It sat there like a rebellious teenager refusing to go to bed, proud of its autonomy, flaunting freedom like a shiny new sports car on an empty freeway. Determined to make Kalinga fold faster than origami, Ashoka sent forth his army, elephants, soldiers, chariots galore. It was like the world's most extravagant game of risk. The battle, known as the Kalinga War, was fiercer than the arguments during a family Monopoly game. Blood flowed like grape sodas on a summer picnic, and bodies piled higher than the mounds of unwashed laundry at university dorm rooms. With victory under his belt, Ashoka took a stroll through the battlefield, where despair clung to the air like last night's leftover curry. A sight of a sobbing old woman clutching her son's lifeless body hit Ashoka harder than a caffeinated yak operating a caffeine kiosk. In that moment, Ashoka pondered, am I truly the victor, or have I merely traded my soul? It was like an epiphany smacked him upside the head. With a wave of guilt like dodgy food poisoning, Ashoka decided, enough is enough. No more red wedding schemes. He discovered Buddha's teachings, embraced them like a long-lost quilt from rearranged attics, and declared that the empire would now run according to peace and dharma. From cruelty to care, Ashoka was like a character in a redemption arc, and the empire, his subplot. He created the Dhamma policy, which sounded fancier than a dinner menu at an exclusive restaurant but contained rules. Respect all religions. Treat subjects with compassion. Avoid unnecessary brutality against animals. Appeal to humanity with infrastructure like hospitals, roads, wells, and rest houses. Ashoka's engraved messages were carved into stone and columns longer than a modern-day smartphone contract, known famously today as Ashoka Pillars and Edicts. In his newfound zest for peace, Ashoka sent his ideas across borders. His offspring Mahendra and Sanghamitra, equipped with sturdy sandals and sacred scrolls, disseminated Buddhism to Sri Lanka, conquering minds rather than fortresses. This narrative of Ashoka illustrates true greatness lies not in wielding a sword, but in laying it down for the sake of compassion. An emperor whose legacy turned from gory battlegrounds into calming peace symbols, reminding India daily of humanitarian pursuits. Ashoka's transformation remains a timeless emblem that though wielding lions, he chose to walk alongside humanity with worthier insights than mere steel and stone. Surely that deserved a round of applause, or at least a well-brewed chai and a nod of respect.